Hey, I'm Chase, and this is All Things REM. This is Sunday, episode number 10 in my State of the Watch collection. Now, what are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about the Agelocer Moonphase. Now, I've done a few videos on this watch already on this channel. However, there's just something I absolutely love about this watch. Now, generally, it is a Chinese watch, and people say that Chinese watches are 90% there and 10% not. Well, I love this watch because I love the Christopher Ward C1 Moonphase. I've never been able to hold one myself, but at $1,500, it's a little out of the price point. This was about half the cost of the Christopher Ward C1 Moonphase. Now, again, I've never held one before. I don't have any boutiques or anywhere where I can actually experience it. And for me to be able to drop $1,600 to order something that I've never even seen or had hands on is just a little too much for me to do. Now, did I order a watch for $700 that I never once held? Yes. But on the back end, if I didn't like it, I was just going to turn around and sell it. But then I ended up loving it. And the one thing that I love a lot about this watch is not that the actual Moonphase is only half the dial, but it's the complete dial. In fact, the Christopher Ward Moonphase has two moons on the dial. They rotate around a 50% opening in the actual top of the dial. So the bottom 50% is completely disregarded, it's completely taken away. Now this watch instead goes from the bottom, starts peeking out along the bottom, then once it peaks at the 12 o'clock, that's its full moon phase, and then it comes back around and hides at the 6 o'clock during the new moon. Now this to me was actually pretty awesome because it gives you a better experience of the travel of that moon. It's not just from horizon to horizon, it's from the bottom of the watch all the way up to the top of the watch, all the way back to the bottom in its full month of travel. Now to me, that's just pretty awesome. Now there are some pros and there are some cons about this watch. Now, the decorated movement on the back is pretty great. In fact, they say they use their own in-house caliber. I haven't been able to find any information on it at all, and I'm sure it's just a modified Chinese movement that they say is their own caliber, but it is relatively well decorated. In fact, the rotor is also decorated. The dial itself is pretty spot on. The only thing I don't like is the fact that it doesn't have any lume. To me, that was a little depressing, but I sort of knew that was happening, and I've considered opening the watch in the past and actually taking some lume paste myself and making the stars, or at least some of the stars, loomed up. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do it. I've, uncased watches and built watches before on this channel in the past, but I really just don't want to have the possibility of ruining a watch that I really like. Even though I know I could do it, I probably will do it. I'm just sort of like on that wishy-washy, I just don't know what I'm going to do. Now, some of the negatives about this watch is the fact that the rotor wobble is extremely loud. Now, some people would say, oh, a loud rotor wobble. Well, that means it's a cheap watch, except my buddy's $5,000 Tag Heuer Carrera chronograph has a loud wobble, rotor wobble that I can hear from across the room. And he likes it, I don't. I like a silent rotor wobble. I really don't want it to be loud on my wrist. To me, it does sound a little cheap. However, it's really not that noticeable unless you're really focusing in on it and paying attention. Other than that, the watch is absolutely beautiful. Again, it's 90% there and 10% not. But for, $690, $689, it really wasn't too bad. On Amazon, they are cheaper if you order them directly from China and not Amazon Prime. It's a little more expensive because I didn't want to wait, honestly. So that time in hand immediately within next week is worth the $50 extra just to have it prime. Now, this by no means is my last Agelocer watch. I plan on doing a review. They have several other different types of models of watches that I will be reviewing in the future. In fact, they do have sort of an AP Nautilus homage, sort of in between watch that uses the same type of movement, which is, you know, well decorated. And they have one of those homage style watches for about 400 bucks I may pick up. They also offer a $1,300 tourbillon that is sandwiched between two sapphire crystals. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I'm saving my money for it. However, I plan on getting the Rolex Kermit first. That is on my list. I've been saving for that, and hopefully I'll be able to get that sooner than later. Now, a few things that is going on this channel before I end this state of the watch collection. Now, a few things. I plan on building watch straps in the future. Now, I really love watch straps. I love distressed leather watch straps. I have a lot of stuff coming in that are actual raw materials. I've sourced out some great leathers here in America. I've sourced out some great stitching and products, and I plan on building my own straps collection. Like, basically what I want to do is build about 10 distressed leather straps a month. They may vary from a light brown, a dark brown, or a black, but my goal is to do them myself, brand them myself, and just sell them on the side to really interested watch collectors like a lot of my subscribers are. So I thought I would offer them to you. I'm trying to set up a website on the side just so I can sell them, and they're going to be priced between probably 50 and 70 bucks, but I'm really not sure. I really have to see all the time that's put into it. I've already built a leather watch strap in the past. I know they're not that difficult, but when I did a review on the Bark & Jack, the Teddy, and a cheap Chinese, I thought to myself, as much as I love Adrian at Bark & Jack, as much as I love Teddy Balthazar and the fact that he sort of outsourced his watch straps and really didn't know a lot about them on the website, unlike Adrian at Bark & Jack, who gave you every detail about the watch strap, where it came from, all the leathers, the stitching, the edging. Everything is on the website, so you know exactly what you're getting. Whereas with like Teddy Balthazar's at his Teddy shop, I mean, you're spending 50 bucks on a watch strap, and it's, I don't even know like what kind of leather it is. I mean, it's really sort of disappointing. So that's why I decided to source out my own leather, do it myself, so then I can literally take you guys through the process of building a watch strap. And then if you want to buy one of these watch straps, I will send you to my website, and you're more than welcome to buy the limited amount that I'm going to be making every month. Again, that's simply to help grow this channel. I don't make a lot on AdSense revenue, and my job on the outside is just enough to pay my bills. So I'm doing what I can to get more products in to review, and I'm doing a lot more videos in the future. Now, next week, I'm going to be completely off all week long. I'm going to be blasting YouTube basically with a video every single day. So if you like videos and videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment of the content you guys would like to see on this channel. I have a lot of videos coming up in the future, so hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified when I drop my next video. Till next time.
Hashtag Alaska problem.
Climb fences real good.